I got introduced to an employee this week. Never met him before. He got hired, and I heard his story. You know, he was invited to Sandals Church into our kids' ministry. He was 10 years old. A neighbor invited him. A friend brought him to church. A 10-year-old boy came to church. He liked Sandals Church. He liked the kids' ministry, so he brought his sister. The brother and the sister got saved. They kept coming to church, kept coming to church. They both liked it. The older brother started coming. He liked it. He gave his life to Jesus. Pretty soon, the mom says, man, I want to be involved. A couple years later, the mom starts coming to church, and the mom gave her life to Jesus. And a couple years later, guys, we're a little slow. The dad said, man, I'm missing out. He started coming to Sandals, got involved. He gave his life to Jesus. We just hired that 10-year-old boy who just graduated from college and wants to work at Sandals Church because Jesus changes lives. Lives. Because somebody invited him. Do you know why that's personal to me? My last name is Brown. That's half of who I am. My grandfather was not raised in church. But when he was a little boy, somebody invited him to church. And he didn't have clothes nice enough for church. So you know what somebody did? They bought him clothes for church. At the age of 90 years old, with a smile on his face, he told me about his first church ever, where he was taken to church. He had new clothes, a new Bible, and afterwards he had a hamburger and a milkshake. He's 90 years old. 90 years old. Somebody invited him to church, changed his life forever. Because of that, my grandma got saved. Because of that, their children were saved. Because of that, my dad went to a Baptist college and met his wife, and they both were saved. And my brother and I were raised in a Christian home because some dude invited somebody to church, bought a pair of Levi's, a nice shirt, new shoes, a burger, and an ice cream. I never met that guy, but I'm going to hug him in heaven. I'm going to hug him in heaven. I lavish, God says, I want to lavish you. I want to lavish you. I want to bless you. For 1,000 generations, on those who love me and obey my commands. But you got to worship him. You got to turn away from idols. You got to reject what everyone else is worshiping, and you got to hold fast